Welcome to the 2019 F1 Mexican Grand Prix race day review. Put it this way, the Mexican Grand Prix qualifying was a lot better than Suzuka. If you watched my videos 2 weeks ago, I went on a bit of a rant, well deserved. I think that video, that F1 in Japan, especially the qualifying, it deserves a rant. It deserved a big rant. But this one, not so much. It was kind of predictable really from the beginning. From practice. From practice too, really. Well, I thought it was predictable. Ferrari 1 and 2 guaranteed. I never spoke to not one person on Twitter or saw any comments saying that Mercedes was going to get pole. It was Ferrari 1 and 2. And you know what? I agreed. I totally agreed. Ferrari's straight line speed, it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't care if Mercedes had a rocket ship at the back of their car. They ain't going to get pole. I don't care if they've got 2 jumbo jets powering the Mercedes car. Still not going to get pole. You can be as fast as lightning, but Mercedes still not going to get pole. I don't care if it's in Australia. I don't care if it's in Monza. I don't care if it's at Silverstone. I don't care if it's at Suzuka. Mercedes still not going to get pole. We've got to face the facts. From now to the end of the season, Mercedes are just not going to get pole. I'm a realist. Realistic. It doesn't matter if you're a Mercedes fan, and it doesn't matter if you love Bottas, Mercedes, Hamilton, Toto, Bojo, whoever it is at Mercedes. You can be the biggest fan in Hamilton ever. You could have all his hats, you could have all his clothes, you could have all his shoes, you can have all his underwear. Mercedes are still not going to get pole. You get my point. Ferrari's straight line speed guaranteed to get pole. Guaranteed. Unless there was a mistake by the drivers. If there's not a mistake by the drivers, Ferrari is going to get pole. From the beginning of the season, Mercedes had the number. Yeah. But after the summer break, in my opinion, Ferrari are the team to beat. Ferrari are the team to beat. Who's going to beat them? Red Bull? Red Bull. No chance. Like I said, I don't care if Red Bull had 2 rocket ships up their arse. Still not going to get pole. If Max Verstappen had the hottest curry last night, the hottest chili in his pants, and he ran 300 miles per hour, still not going to get pole. Doesn't matter. Still not going to get pole. It doesn't matter if Mercedes and Red Bull engine combined, power combined, and had DRS on every part of the track. They're still not going to get pole. Well, there's investigations going on. I don't know of investigation going on, to be fair. I don't really care if there was. Christian Horner's not happy about it. He's coming out in the press saying, I can't believe this. Ferrari's got that speed. Same as, I haven't heard nothing from Toto. But you know what Toto's thinking as well. Max Verstappen's not happy. Lewis Hamilton's not happy. Bottas is not happy. Nobody's happy. They want to know where they're getting his power from. Why can't we catch Ferrari? Why has Ferrari got this straight line speed? Why? They never had it at the beginning. They was losing basically every race. What's going on? Since summer break, they've got this straight line speed. Nobody can catch them. I don't care what track it's on. It could, like I said, it could be at Silverstone. It could be at Monza. It could be at Suzuka. It could be at Abu Dhabi. In that straight line speed, nobody's going to catch Ferrari. And it's not just the speed now. No. It's not just speed. It's the corners as well. They're making up time in the corners. So Toto, if you're watching this video, start getting your car ready for next year. Because, you know, Ferrari, they're coming. I know every year people are saying this year is going to be Ferraris. I know they've been saying it for years and years and years. Next year is going to be Ferraris, and then Mercedes ends up winning the title. And they say it again. Next year is definitely going to be Ferraris, and then they end up winning the title again, Mercedes. But I really generally think this time, I've never really said this before, but I think next year, it's not a full conclusion that Mercedes are going to win the Drivers' Championship, well, and the Constructors. It's not guaranteed because Ferrari are on it. Imagine if Ferrari had this power at the beginning of the season. They always had the power, but they didn't have the wing to go with it. It never matched. The car was too fast. When he got to the corners, he couldn't brake enough in time and he was losing time. They always had the power on the straights. But when he got to the corners, when they had to slow down them slow corners, that's where they lost time. But now they've got the shit together. And I think next year is going to be very, very close. Very close. Between Ferrari and Mercedes. It's not guaranteed. Because look, let's face it, Lewis Hamilton's not getting any younger. Lewis Hamilton next year is going to be 35 years of age. He's going to be going for his 7th world title, the same age as Michael Schumacher was at that time. When Michael Schumacher was going for his 7th world title, he was 35. Hamilton's gone for his 7th world title, he's 35. And after that 7th world title, what happened to Schumacher? He started to slow down. He just wasn't there anymore. People can blame the car, yeah, whatever. But he wasn't the same driver. After he won that 7th world title, in my opinion, he wasn't the same driver. He started thinking, you know what? I've won 7 world titles, 91 race wins. I'm done. He continued a few years after, but it was all about Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen. It was all about them two. Let's face it. Now, will Hamilton get to 7 world titles? In my opinion, I think he will. Personally, I think he's going to get to 8. And I think he's going to end up with about 100 race wins. He's 7 race wins away from the Michael Schumacher record. Next year, he breaks that racing record. Maybe 7 world title, I don't know. But I reckon before he retires, he's going to end up with over 100 race wins. Guaranteed. Let's face it. So you tried to say now, if you don't agree with me, that's up to you. But he's got at least 3 or 4 years left in F1. He's going to at least win over 100 race wins. He's on 80 odd now. 80 odd. So you know he's got another 20 in him already. So he's definitely going to get to 100. At least. Race wins. 8 world titles. People say, nah, when the regulations change in 2021, it's going to be a completely different. Yeah, it might be. But I still think he's going to win 8 world titles. Because he'll adapt. He'll adapt to the new generation. Because when Hamilton come on the scene, they started having all the flippers on the side, all the electrics. So he kind of came in with that new generation anyway. So I think he'll be all right. As long as he's got Mercedes, as long as he's got the Mercedes backing behind him, he should be all right. But next year, it's going to be a tough season for Mercedes. Mercedes better have something in the back that nobody knows about. They must have nitrogen in their car to win next year. Rocket fuel in their car next year. Because I'll tell you something now. Ferrari are coming. They are coming. Full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. Now let's go back to the review. Kind of went off course there. Let's go back to the review. Now, my opinion, I'm not going to go through Q1 and Q2. We know what happened. Q1, Roman Grosjean went out. Q2, whatever. We know what went on. My opinion now, I'm going to center straight to Q3. Now, Q3, right? At the beginning of Q3, I thought to myself, you know what? It's going to be a Ferrari 1 and 2. Vettel, Leclerc. The only way that Ferrari are not going to get 1 and 2 in this qualifying, only way is one of the Ferrari drivers are going to mess up in Q3 because they're going to try and, obviously they're going to be trying to out-qualify each other because you got these two drivers, Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel. They want to know who's the main driver. Next season, when 2020 starts next season, they want to know who's going to be the main driver. Who's going to be the main driver? Charles wants to be the main driver. Vettel wants to be the main driver. So you got new generation, old generation clashing. Like that. Bit like Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel at Red Bull. Mark Webber was from the old guard. Vettel was from the new guard. Getting his problem again. Same thing again. Now, Vettel, to me, out of the two, Vettel's the better driver. He's the most accomplished driver. 4-time world champion. Charles is still yet to prove himself. I know he's this young guy, the new young hot shot, and he's with Ferrari, and he's banging at poles. Yeah, good for him. But he ain't won a world title yet. Vettel's won 4 of them. And I know people are going to say, oh yeah, that was in the old era. Yeah, but it was only about 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I mean? It wasn't that long ago. I know it wasn't the hybrid era. It was about 6, 7 years ago. I know it wasn't the hybrid era, but he still won 4 world titles on the trot. That's still hard. People can say, yeah, but he had the axis suspension. He was a new generation. When he got to the corner, suspension gave him that extra lift. We know that. But at the end of the day, he was still driving the car. And to win even 1 world title, but he won 4 on the trot. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. And not even Hamilton's done that. Hamilton won it in 16. No, Hamilton won it in 2008, McLaren. Didn't win it again for a couple of years. And then it won it with Mercedes in 2014, 15. Didn't win it in 16, won it in 17, and won it in 18. There you go. And he's going to win it in 19. So he's never won actually 4 in a row. 17, 18, 19, 3 in a row he's going to win. Never won 4. So to win 4 world titles in a row, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And for me, I think in qualifying at the beginning of the season, Vettel had his number. No, Charles had his number. But now I think Vettel's kind of come back a bit, and I think Vettel he's kind of coming back. And to me, Vettel's the better driver. To me, Charles still makes a few mistakes. But back to the point is, I said the only way that Ferrari not going to get 1 and 2 if one of the drivers mess up in Q3, and I said it's probably going to be Charles. And what happened? Charles messed up, went off into the runoff area, cost him time, and there was his pole gone. These Sky commentators all weekend, especially Paul de Resta, the failed Formula 1 driver. He had to go to DTM to earn his money because he failed in F1. Could never win a race in F1. Thought he was going to go to Mercedes. That was a joke. And they picked Hamilton. But so be it. He's a very bitter man, Paul de Resta. Very bitter. He comes out and he said at the beginning, right, it's going to be Max Verstappen. I think Max is going to win it. I think Max is going to get pole. I'm thinking, what? I don't think so. Maybe 3rd, 4th. He ain't going to get pole. Paul de Resta said he's going to get pole from the beginning. He said he's going to be between Ferrari and Max Verstappen, but he was saying Max because Max is his best mate. Well, he wants Max to be his best mate. I'm not sure if Max feels that way. But anyway, moving on. I think he was saying that he thinks Max was going to win it. Fair enough. And Max ended up getting pole. But Lewis Hamilton, I never thought Lewis Hamilton was going to get in the top 3. Not here. Not in Mexico. He never really does good here. I just thought, nah. His mindset that he's in, I thought, nah, he's not going to get it. He didn't look right. He was struggling in practice. His practice 2. Practice 1, he was phenomenal. But practice 2, practice 3, he was struggling. His times were getting nowhere near Ferraris. I know people say, oh yeah, he's playing around and waiting to Q2, Q3. But he wasn't. But right at the end of Q3, he was doing an almighty lap. He was beating Bottas in time. Bottas come out first. Hamilton was right behind him. Bottas shanked the car straight into the side of the wall, and Bottas was gone out of the qualifying. He still had his time recorded from previous. I think he's fifth now. No, he's sixth. He's just behind Albon, but he shanked his car, and it looks like he's going to need a new chassis. If he gets a new chassis, if he replaces the chassis, he's going to go about 5 places. So at the moment, he's 6th place, and he'll go about 5 places. And that's going to be bad for Bottas. Hamilton will probably win the world title. If it's like that tomorrow, and Hamilton probably gets in the top 3, and Bottas finish 4 or 5 places behind him, Hamilton will probably win the world title. But Bottas, when he hit that wall, it was really hard. I hope he's all right. They say he's at the medical team now. Nothing's been updated yet at Bottas. There's an interview on it actually just popped up on my timeline. I'm going to play that for you in a minute. He's got Bottas on there. He said no pain after qualifying crash and all to play for. So there you go. That's just popped up on my Twitter line. He said it's all to play for, no pain after qualifying. Fair play to him. Bottas, being positive as always. I like it. I like positivity in the driver. That's why I like Hamilton as well. Positivity. Positive is always good. But anyway, now Bottas blew it. Hamilton probably could have gotten the top 3. He had the fastest middle sector, but when he saw Bottas crash, obviously it compromised his lap. Couldn't get it. He got the lap in, but he weren't as fast as he could have got it. He saw Bottas, and just as he saw Bottas, he kind of rattled his car a little bit, crossed the line. Ended up getting 4th place. He got 4th place. Best he could do. Maybe Bottas wouldn't have crashed. He probably could have got 3rd place. We don't know. And straight after, they pulled the yellow flag came out, and that was it. And obviously, when the yellow flag comes out, you got to slow down. And that was it. And that was the end of qualifying. So he had 1st Max Verstappen, 2nd Charles Leclerc, and 3rd Vettel. So, like I said, Hamilton, I never thought he was going to get on pole position. No chance. I just never thought he was. He never does. He never gets pole here. Now, talking about Lewis Hamilton, there was loads of stuff going on all week on Twitter, whatever, and the news, saying that he wants to save the planet. And he got criticised for it. As soon as I saw that on Twitter, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, he's going to get slammed. He's going to get slammed for it. I agree with him. I agree. If that's what he wants to do, to save planet, build plants, make the Earth a better place, good for him. Go for it. But I knew he was going to get slammed for it. If that was Jenson Button done this, and he goes, you know what? I'm going to go on Twitter. I'm going to go out on the news. I'm going to say, you know what? I want to save the planet. I want everybody to eat peas. I want everybody to eat grass. I want everybody to eat cabbage. I want everybody to eat cauliflower. I want everybody to eat worms, right? Nobody would say nothing. They would probably give him a gold medal. You know what? Forget the gold medal. They'd probably knight him. Not Sir, Lord. They'd load him up. But no. What did they do with Hamilton? They start slamming him in the paper. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was. It's just like when Button moved to Monaco. Nobody said, oh, what are you moving to Monaco for? You're British, what's going on? Nobody said anything. But as soon as Hamilton moved to Monaco, he goes, look, Hamilton's a sellout. He's gone to Monaco. If he wants to go to Monaco, let him go to Monaco. Yes, he's British. He wasn't born in Monaco. He was British. He was born in Britain. And he still lives in Britain. He's got a house in London. He's got a house in Monaco. Got a house in America. What, you're going to say he's American now? Because he's got a house in America. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's one rule for them and one rule for Hamilton. When Button moved to Monaco, not one word was said about it. Not one word. Hamilton moves to Monaco, like I said, they jump on him like fly on shit. And that's my point. They had the press conference, the driver's press conference. I go, there we go. I could see the press conference. I see the reporters chapping the teeth like that, thinking, yeah, licking the lips, saying, we've got him now. We've got him. We've got Hamilton. We're going to corner him. He should have saw them. Vettel was there. Checo Perez was there, obviously being in Mexico, so he's going to be at the driver's press conference. Antonio Giovinazzi, I even forgot he was there. It looked like he was falling asleep, to be fair. As soon as the press conference started, Antonio Giovinazzi was literally falling asleep. But I don't think anybody cares what he's got to say anyway. He just got to smile once, and then that's it. He's got to shut up. Nobody cares what he's got to say anyway. So you're all them there, Vettel and Hamilton, and what did they start doing? Oh yeah, hello Checo. What's it like being in Mexico at the home Grand Prix? You know how they always ask every year. I bet Checo's probably sick of asking. He's thinking, what do you think I've come to Mexico for? To take a dump down the toilet? I come here to meet my fans. It's the same old questions. It's like the hometown. They're at the hometown. They got it. It's Checo Perez. What's it like being in Mexico? Why didn't he come out? I'll come to Mexico to have a big fat taco and then go to sleep and get up in the morning, have a big fat diarrhea. All the meat coming out of his ass. Why didn't he just say that to them? What a stupid question. What's it like being in Mexico on your home Grand Prix? What do you expect him to say? You expect him to say that I don't like being at Mexico? That he don't want to come to Mexico, that the country's a bag of shit? Is that you think he's going to say? It's obviously, I'm not saying Mexico's a bag of shit, but what I'm saying is, it was just a rhetorical question. You know what he's going to say? The same old questions. The reporters are never original, are they? It's just like when Dan Ricciardo in Australia. Oh, what's it like to be in Australia? Well, I told you last year, I love being in Australia. There you go. Same questions every year. Why don't I ever ask the drivers, oh, where did you eat last night? What's your favourite food? What do you like to drink? What do you like to do when you're in the gym? Do you like running? Do you like lifting weights? Do you like twiddling your thumbs? Do you like listening to your MP3 player? Why don't I just ask some questions like that? That's just generic questions. What it is, right, Checo Perez, what's it like being in Mexico? I love being in Mexico. It's my hometown. Why don't I ask him, do you like bullfighting? I know that's probably Spain, but I think Mexico do it as well. Why don't I ask him questions like that? What's your favourite? How many tacos did you have last night, Checo? And how many dumps did you make this morning? How many dumps in the toilet did you make this morning, Checo? You know what I mean? It'd be funny if you ask a question like that. But anyway, go back to my point with Hamilton. Gone off again. Hamilton comes in a press conference. They start firing questions at him. Why did you say you want to save the planet, Hamilton? Yeah, because I want to. What do you do to save the planet, Hamilton? And here's Hamilton. This has made me laugh. This was the funniest, I reckon. This is the only entertaining part of the press conference. Hamilton goes, what it is, I had 7 cars. I made them all electric. I was thinking, wow. An average person, you say to an average person, what do you do to save the planet? Probably someone says, what I do, I turn my light off early. I turn my boiler down. I turn my radiator down. What does Hamilton say? What it is, I sold my plane. I made my cars electric. I do this, I do that. I don't travel as much. If I do travel, I'll travel commercial. And he was just going on for about 5 minutes answering his questions, Hamilton. And the guy just shut up, couldn't say nothing. So he put the journalist in his place like he always does. If it was me, I would have just got up and said, look, if you're not going to talk about racing, either you get out or I'm walking out. And I guess it's going to be you, not me. And that's all I'd say, simple. But Hamilton, he likes firing the questions back. But he don't do it in an attitude way. He does it in a nice way. He got manners. Because that's the way his dad brought him up. And the reason why people don't like Hamilton, especially a lot of the drivers, I'm not saying the drivers, I'm not going to talk for the drivers, a lot of the media, the reason why they don't like him, and these commentators that come on Sky, because he's not a posh boy. He didn't come up with a silver spoon in his mouth. His dad wasn't a millionaire. His dad didn't own a big business. His dad, they came from a council area in Stevenage. His dad brought him up. His dad worked 5 jobs. His dad used to work on his car in the night time on his go-kart while his son was sleeping. Get him up for school in the morning. His mum used to take him to school. His dad used to look after him. His dad used to take him go-karting. His dad used to turn up at go-karting. Everybody used to look at him and say, what are them scruffy black people? That's exactly what Hamilton said. I'm just quoting what he said. You can watch it on any YouTube video. They just look at him like they said, who are them scruffy black people? But what did Hamilton do and his dad? Didn't care. They soldiered on. His dad implemented the strength from him into his son. He soldiered on, he made it in F1, and he's now one of the greatest drivers of all time, and they hate it. Jenson Button wins 1 title, but he's king. King Button. Hamilton wins 6 world titles, maybe 7, maybe 8. They don't care. They won't acknowledge it. They won't give him the credit because they don't want to give him the credit because he's not from their mould. They want to know how he made it. All their parents had money, horses, stables, engineering companies. Hamilton's dad was a normal guy. Mechanic, worked jobs, helped his son, and now look. And that's what I like about Hamilton. It's not about the colour of his skin. I don't care if he's pink, yellow, black, purple. It doesn't matter to me. It's the fact that he's worked hard and his dad was there for him, and now look. And the more people are bitter like Paul de Reste, with his big shark trappers, always chatting rubbish. Simon Lazenby, who's never done a hard job in his life. He's come from university straight into the media. Never worked hard in his life. Born with a silver spoon. Loves his partying, fags, drink, whatever he does. But Hamilton never come that way. He come the hard way. And now look. The old saying, and it's the old cliche, hard work pays off. And whoever's watching this video, this is to all you guys out there and girls, whoever's watching the video. If you listen to me and my channel, I ain't fake. I'll tell you how it is. Always. I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that are going to come out, tell you this. Hi guys. Welcome to my channel, guys. Please subscribe, guys. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. If you want to hear real talk, come to my channel. Every time. Every time. And I'm going to tell you now, hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. And Hamilton, there you go. There's your proof. 6-time world champion. Probably going to end up 8. Going to finish with over 100 race wins. And to me, them records are going to be very hard to beat. Especially in the new, when the new regulations come in. When the new cars are going to be more even, more equally matched. Similar funding. Them records are going to be hard to beat, I'll tell you now. But we'll see. So, that was it. That was the end of the qualifying. Max Verstappen was first. Let's go through the qualifying review. Let's have a look. See what pops up here. Have it finished? Yeah, Max Verstappen first. Charles Leclerc 2. 3, Sebastian Vettel. 4 for Lewis Hamilton. 5th, Alexander Albon. At the moment now, it's still Valtteri Bottas 6. If, like I said, if they have to change the chassis, that's a penalty straight away. He'll have to go about 5 places. So we could possibly go back to 10th. And so you got Valtteri Bottas 6th, 7th Carlos Sainz, 8th Lando Norris, 9th Daniel Fiat, 10th Pierre Gasly, 11th Sergio Perez, 12th Nico Hülkenberg, 13th Daniel Ricciardo, 14th Kimi Räikkönen, 15th Antonio Giovinazzi, 16th Lance Stroll, 17th Kevin Magnussen, 18th Roman Grosjean, 19th George Russell, and 20th Robert Kubica. So, I'm going to have a look at some videos, see if we've got any interviews. I got one here with Valtteri Bottas. Like I said, it just popped up. Valtteri Bottas says, no pain after qualifying crash. And all to play for. Good for him. Positivity. Like to hear it. If you hear any advertisement coming in, I'll have to pause the video because usually this Mark website, when I play the videos, they get a lot of advertisement from Big Mac, Burger King, Cadbury's, Coca-Cola, whatever. All it does is make me hungry. But anyway, I'm going to play the video.
Valtteri, first question on everyone's mind will be, how are you doing? It was a pretty big hit.
Yeah, all good. It was a decent hit, but yeah, all is well. No pain anywhere, but yeah, not ideal end to the qualifying for sure.
Now talk us through exactly what happened. We saw you exit the final corner, front left wheel over onto the curbs. Was it just water in there, or did the car get away from you regardless?
Yeah, so first of all, before the last one in Q3, I saw there was a bit of margin to the cars behind, so I knew there's basically no risk from behind, so I'd rather go for it and push hard. So I did. It was a good lap until then. I was 3 tenths up, so I think that could have been potentially put me into third position, so that's what makes it pretty annoying. But yeah, just in the last corner, from mid to exit of the corner went a bit wider than I wanted, and it was a bit dusty on the exit, so that really got me, and then it was too late. Clipped the wall really dragged me on, and at the end there was another barrier which then finally stopped me.
Now looking at the race for tomorrow, obviously we don't know yet the damage level on the car. You'd be hoping to start from where you qualified. If you do have to start from further back, have you got a car underneath you with which you can overtake?
It's difficult to say. We know we are not the straight line speed isn't our strength, and you normally need that for the overtaking. But I think it's going to be a lot about time management, and we've seen pretty much all the cars suffering with graining of the tires. So if we can somehow avoid it, it can be good. But there's still all to play for. It's a long race ahead, and normally it's been a race of many opportunities and many things happening. So nothing's lost yet. So I look forward to tomorrow.
Maximum attack.
Always.
Maximum attack always, yeah. It's going to be about time management tomorrow. I would have thought to me Mercedes, what they should go for, medium to hard. That's the only way to go. That's the only chance they've got to win this. And hopefully go for the long stint on the medium tyres. Try to make them go as long as you can. Go on the hard tyres and done. One pit strategy. Whoever goes on the soft tyres tomorrow are crazy. The top 5 teams are on the top 6 teams are going to be on medium to hard. Let's play Vettel. He's saying, on the yellow flag condition, rules are pretty clear.
Hot wings for $5.99. What the?
There you go, advertisements.
Disappointed they're not to get pole, but obviously disappointing they're not to get pole, but obviously the crash at the end. Is that what took it away from you? Do you think you had it in you?
No, we can't blame Valtteri. I don't think he volunteered to crash. So yeah, it's part of the game.
You talk about the game. Rules, what your drivers understand you should or shouldn't do, particularly in a qualifying situation. If you see a crashed car, is that an automatic lift? Is it clear?
Well, I mean, there's double yellow. There's people jumping on the track to help Valtteri and see if he's okay, and that has priority. So I think it's pretty clear.
And for the race tomorrow?
Maximum attack. What else?
There you go. Maximum attack. Not a multi of the drivers. So what else is there? Lando Norris, he said he's happy.
Hot wings.
I knew that was coming. More hot wings. We don't care.
Let's look at quali. Another great day for McLaren, another brilliant performance by both of you.
Thanks. It has been
Again.
Bravo.
What should you say?
Sorry?
Bravo. There's only one thing you can say to him. Bravo.
Bravo.
That's what we say to each other.
Bravo.
Only that.
Bravo. Bravo.
Bravo. And you mentioned in Q2.
Yeah, for us as a team, I think it's been very good. I think Carlos has been very quick all weekend. I've struggled a bit more with the setup and haven't really been able to improve it massively. It's just a very tricky track to put everything together. With the locking up, with the slow speed, high speed differences, the bumps and everything. So I've been struggling a little bit, but I made some good progression from P3 into qualifying, and then throughout all of qualifying, I feel like I was 3/10 off Carlos, but I'm happy with that because I've not had the confidence I have done in some other races. So we need to try and understand that a bit more for next time or next time we come back here. But for us as a team, P7 and P8 is the best we could do.
You are in a great position, but it took the soft to get through. Meaning the start tomorrow, how long do you think you can last?
Well, I think apart from the top 3 teams, it was soft for everyone. Carlos tried medium soft, and it didn't work out. So, for us midfield teams, everyone was on the softs. We had to do what we could do to get through. The top teams, they always do what they want. They're too much quicker than us for us to be able to ever challenge them, even when they're on a harder tyre. From our results and our qualifying, we were on the softs. I guess at least we're ahead of the 2 Toro Rossos. We have a bit of a buffer to the guys who are on the mediums, or who might start on mediums. So that's the only comforting thing. The rest of it is we just need to make sure we have a good strategy, good pit stops, and need to do a good job throughout the whole race.
So that's Lando being positive as always. Let's have a look who's else on here. Stu Charles, tricky to beat Verstappen on pure pace tomorrow. He said it's going to be tricky to beat him on pure race pace. We'll see. That's what Charles saying to play this video. Here we go, a bit of advert.
Hello, front row.
Excuse me?
Front row.
Yes, front row for the 6th time in a row, I think. So it's good, but let's see tomorrow. I hope we keep the second place, and I hope we can take advantage of the slipstream.
There is a question mark, obviously, over whether you keep second place or possibly first place for tomorrow with what happened through that final corner. What do you understand the rules to be when you see a car in a barrier at that point on track during a qualifying session?
Well, I mean, if there's a yellow flag, I think it's clear for every driver that you need to slow down. Then I don't know, I haven't seen this particular situation, but normally it's like this.
With the car underneath you, even starting where you are, do you think you've got the capability to beat Max on pure pace in the race tomorrow?
On pure pace, I think it's going to be tricky. We are doing some good step towards better race pace, but I don't think it's enough, at least here, to match the Red Bull pace. So yeah, we might be struggling a little bit, but if we take advantage at the start, I think everything is possible.
So basically what he's saying, he's going to do him on the toe. He's going to do his best, see what happens. Scott Max Verstappen, our improvements in Q3 showed we really got a good car. Yeah, like I said, Mexico belongs to Red Bull. It's a Red Bull track.
I thought I knew a thing or two about switching contracts. I played for so many clubs.
Advert again.
I thought I was the expert at switching, but I was wrong. These guys are. Apparently I can switch networks really easily.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I can save money on my current contract.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I sign.
Max, what an incredible run. What is it about this place that just lights you up?
Car's working well. I enjoy driving here, of course, but yeah, everything, of course, needs to be working well together to get a good performance.
And it did work perfectly for you today. The question, though, that I know you've been asked already, did you see the yellow flag coming through the final corner onto the front straight after Valtteri had
I
crashed?
saw the car, so, yeah.
Did you lift when you went through the area?
No.
Cool. Regardless, you already had the pole before that. Was it a surprise to you that even on that first lap, you had the measure of everyone?
Well, it's always, you never really know what's going on, if they still have a bit more margin with the engines or whatever. Of course we have as well, but you don't know how big it's going to be, or maybe they didn't have a great Q2. So, of course, it was pleasant to see that we were P1, and yeah, we also managed to improve in the second run. So it just showed that we had a really good car.
Thank you.
So looking confident. It sounds confident to me. But there's that problem about the yellow flag, but it doesn't matter about the yellow flag. Even if his lap wasn't counted, his first lap before the end of Q3, his second lap, the first one he done in Q3 just before the, I think it was in the 6 minute, that was still fast enough to get him through anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the FIA decide. I think they should just leave it. Last one now, we've got Hamilton. He said that a podium is the goal tomorrow. I know they're saying he's got the race pace, but here, Mexico, a podium tomorrow. I don't know. It's gonna be hard for him tomorrow to get a podium here. Let's see what happens. But it's Lewis Hamilton. He probably could win it. I don't know. I just can't see him getting on a podium. It's not just my opinion.
Lewis, on a day when Ferrari and Red Bull clearly seem to have an advantage, happy to out-qualify at least one of them?
Who? A Ferrari?
Red Bull and Ferrari. Well, you've got to qualify to Red Bull.
Red Bull. Out-qualified a Red Bull. Yeah. I mean, I was trying to out-qualify one of the Ferraris, and I was 2.5 tenths up, and then it didn't all come together. But still, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the challenge and the battle. Luckily, I'm happy Valtteri's okay. And now I just got to try and see what we can do tomorrow. I don't know why we're not really ever good, particularly good here. But we've made some changes.
Do you believe it's going to happen for you tomorrow? I mean, with Valtteri's crash, there's every chance it could. Is the podium the sight for you, or is beating Ferrari more important to you at the moment?
I have no thoughts of the championship. I'm really trying to think of how can I win this race. And I think inevitably by doing the job, it adds to it. Builds one more step on the ladder. So I think tomorrow, our long runs have struggled here. Yesterday was not very good. We had a good pace, but tyres died within half the length of the Ferraris. So we made changes, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. The Red Bull, I think, will be gone. They're always the quickest here each year, and I don't know really exactly why, but they've got a great chassis. So I think, and obviously Max is one of his favorite tracks, I guess. So we'll, podium is the goal tomorrow, but obviously I'm trying to win. But I've got to try and move forward. Thanks.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the interviews. Just come here, breaking news just come up now. Verstappen summoned to the stewards over alleged failure to slow for Bottas's crash. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they try and give him a penalty, the only thing it's going to affect him, if they give him a 5-place group penalty, they'll put him back 5 places. And if they do that, that's going to be harsh. Because if they're just going to talk to him, he might be serious, because if they're just going to talk to him and say, look, you shouldn't do that, he ain't going to make no difference, because his time before would have been good enough to get him through to P1 anyway. I mean, to get the podium anyway. I mean, to get Q1, P1. I mean. But if they summoned him to the stewards, that might be something different. They might put him back 5-place group penalty for not following the lights, failure to slow for the lights. Vettel talked about it in an interview, as you heard. He says, look, the rules are the rules. As soon as there's a crash, you see the yellow light, you got to slow down. He never. So he's gone to the stewards, and anything comes up, breaking news, I'll put it on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. So this is Solo P1 signing up for the 2019 F1 Mexican Grand Prix qualifying. Follow me on Twitch, Solo_P1. Follow me on Twitter, Solo P1. YouTube, subscribe, alert. So hit the alert button to any videos that I upload. You'll be the first to know. But soon, I'm going to be doing reviews of classic. I'm going to start doing reviews on classic races from 88 in Japan. You had Senna and Frost. It could be 2008 when Hamilton first won his world title in Brazil. When Gluck broke down. It could be in 2005 Suzuka, when I had that brilliant race between Schumacher, Alonso and Kimi. Brilliant race. Where Alonso went up on the line and cut off Schumacher and that on 140 miles per hour. Or actually 180 miles per hour. So, any little videos, if you want to see any classic videos, if you want me to do a review on a classic race from 80s, 90s, 2000s, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know in the comment section. But I'm going to do the first race I'm going to do for myself, is the first one I'm going to do is the 88 Suzuka. It was Frost and 89 as well. Suzuka with Senna versus Frost. 88, 89 Suzuka classics. So I'm going to do them two first. And after that, just let me know what you want me to do. Any future videos, classic videos. I'll probably do one every week or one every fortnight, but I'm going to start doing them soon. As soon as it's going to probably in about 2 weeks, I'm going to do my first one. It'll be the 88 Suzuka, the Grand Prix F1. So this is Solo P1 signing out the 2019 F1 Mexican Grand Prix qualifying. This is Solo P1 signing out. See you tomorrow for the race day.